Alright, I just wanted to do another quick video here showing all of this in working order here. Talking about it, is talking about it. You don't really get to see what it does without it doing it. And like I said, everybody likes blinky lights, so I've got just a basic setup here. The router right there is a 12 volt DC router. It's just a Netgear. Cheapo, you can find them at Goodwill for $5. And that's hooked up to the DC bus by the stereo there. So it's straight off of our solar panel batteries and setup, which is all off-grid. And then the computer is plugged in to a socket as well with an adapter. No inverter, don't like inverters. To power the whole circuit here, I just have the USB programming cable hooked up so that I can do changes in the software and see it immediately. This doesn't control this though. This all works independently on its own. So in the final setup, this cord doesn't get connected unless I have to make a software change. And there's actually a DC jack on here. You can see maybe right there. That provides power to the board. So you can see the lights blink. It's talking to the router. And every time it blinks like that, there's an update on this screen. See if I can get them at the same time. You'll see the little blue bar. See it queried and it updated. So that's how that's gonna go down there. I need to switch this pin over to there. All right. And then, yep, still works. Okay. I had the wrong pin for a minute. So right now the math inside the software is spitting out the same reading more or less for the temperature and the house battery VDC. I only have one of these little potentiometers to represent the circuit. I don't have a second one, so I have them tied together. The readings you can see live on the 4x20 display here too. So you'll see when I turn the knob, it changes that. I can go up in value and stop wherever I want. 26, and that's all so represented on the phone right there. And if I go down, it'll go down, and that's all live. And so this represents the circuit that would say read the resistive level on a level sensor in a fuel tank or water tank, or would use a voltage divider to determine the voltage on a battery bank, and then it would output it on the screen here if I want it to, or I can change anything that this says in software over here. And you can actually see the parts is the automation, the IP, the outputs, and then the DC. And right here I have the labels for the outputs and the DC and the IP and the home automation for the screen. It's all in that chunk of code there. And that's just a small part of all of it. This is the web interface, the constants and all that kind of stuff. So that's the software for it that I wrote. And this is, again, this is all wireless. There's nothing hooked up to this. It's just connected via Wi-Fi to my pirate radio receiver. And that's that box there. So there's no trickery going on here, or any of that kind of crap. Now the lights, you can see if I can get it all in one screen. These two red and green LED here represent the outputs 1, 2, and 3. And again, with the Mega, this whole pin strip at the bottom here is all outputs, compared to the Uno, which only has half of what the Mega has. So the Uno could run the Shield and then maybe up to 5. That's about it. The Mega doubles everything, which is really nice. So I can run the Ethernet Shield. I could put an RTC on it. That's a real-time clock for timed events. And then I can still run all the accessory hardware that I could want. And I still have the I2C bus available as well, which is really nice. So those LEDs, these indicators, are all controlled by these buttons. And if I can get it all in the shot here, you'll get to see that when I push the button on this, that'll all change. Let me change my light here, because this is not focusing. There we go. Of course, if it's good for one, it's shit for the other, right? Alright, so we'll turn the first one on. That's the green one. And then we'll turn the first one off. And we'll turn it on. You can see there, it says on. We'll do number 3. That one came on. You can see 3 came on. And they don't interfere with each other. Like if I turn this second one on now, it's not going to turn the rest of them off. It'll just turn them on. And it shows on the screen here too. Focus. Options 1, 2, and 3, on or off. You can turn those off. And you see those 2 went out. And those say off. And that all works as well while doing the adjustment for this. It's still live on the screen from that. You can see 16.3. Focus 16.3. So that's pretty cool. I just wanted to do a video actually showing it do something, not just talking about what it could do. So hopefully y'all found that interesting.